What's going on, guys? Once again, back at it again with another story time. Let's just jump right into it. So this story is me and Jack, right? This one right here is one of my oldest stories, like one of my absolute oldest stories. The only reason I know it's my oldest is because acid is the first drug I did other than weed. You know what I'm saying? Other than smoking weed. And for this, I remember I was exactly 15 because this was the first drug I ever did. And I remember my drugs started when I was 15. Or maybe I was at the end of being 14, turning 15. That's when I think it really truly started. But I was smoking weed from like 13. So I've been, So this story starts with me and Jack, right? And we're going to our friend Jason's house. That's a fake name, by the way. I'm not going to give out any real names. So, right, me and my friend Jack, right? Going to friend Jason's house. Jason obviously has what we need, so that's why we're going there. Oh, yeah, we had a new friend with us. It wasn't actually a new friend. This was a friend that was our friend, but wasn't later in life. We'll just give him a name. We'll call him Axel. Fuck it. His name is Axel now. I don't care. So, at this point, it's me, Jack, and Axel, right? We're on our way to Jason's house. Boom, right? Long-ass walk. We're, like, talking about how this is supposed to be. Jack knows the most about it. He's like, so be careful on this stuff because like you see this bridge we're walking by, like if we're on this stuff you can see this bridge and just jump off for some reason. I don't know why. And I was like, that doesn't sound like a drug I really want to do, bro. He was like, no, trust me, bro, it's not like that. I was like, you just said it was like that. Anyways, right, continuing on, that was just on the walk, past the walk. Now we're here, we're at Jason's house. Actually, we're not even outside of Jason's house. We're sitting outside this place. He didn't want to give us his exact addy. So boom, right, we're waiting. I know it sounds like a setup and shit, but like I trust Jack enough to like not do that, right? Jason ends up sending the address. Well, not even sending it. He ends up showing up and walking us to his house. I don't know why he moved like that, but he moved like that. Boom, right? We end up in his house. We all start chilling at first. We chilling, we just talking, right? Smoking, right? He sparks us up and everything. Boom, right? He pulls out what we're here for. He goes, you guys ready? And then we're like, yeah, right? We all take it. We all just start to kind of sit there and feel it. Oh, wait, I just lied. Axel ended up leaving. I remember it now. No. I just told the whole story wrong. Okay, so what actually happened was when we first got to his house, we sat there and waited and chilled and smoked because Jason didn't even have it yet. We were waiting for him to get it. And in that time, it started to rain. This is very important to the story because this is how Axel leaves. It started to rain. And this is also interesting enough. We were doing acid during the time, like I said, Axel ends up not being a friend. Acid like reveals the truth and stuff. Like that's what hippies will tell you, so that's what I'm gonna believe. But anyways, right? So it ends up starting to rain, and Axel leaves because when we were walking, I didn't have a skateboard at the time. They had skateboards. Axel and Jack had skateboards, right? I didn't have one. So they were kind enough to leave their skateboards behind. Jack left his in his crib, and Axel left his in some bushes, which is, you could have just left it in bro crib. But when it comes to that point, Axel's like freaking out about his board. He's like, man, it's raining. I gotta go get my board. I gotta go. Can you guys come with? We're like, no, if we leave, we're not gonna be able to get back. We don't have his address. Yada, 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 right? So he goes, yeah, I'm just gonna go, bro. I'm just gonna go get my board. So he walks out to go get his board. I think actually Jack put his board under the same spot too. So his board was also getting wet. I don't know why he was tweaking so much, but he was tweaking a lot about it. So he left. Now we're to the point where we take the acid, right? Boom, we're taking it without Axel. So it's just me and Jack, right? 10-20 minutes go by, right? We don't really feel anything. 30-40 minutes go by, we're like, we don't really feel anything. And it kind of starts to kind of feel something. You know how the first time goes, you're like, these ain't, I just wasted my money. No, bro. So it's nighttime, by the way, like really late at night, right? This is starting to hit us, right? And we're starting to kind of feel, funny and laughing. And for the most part, I can't really remember this part. I mean, it's just a generic trip for the beginning. But the interesting part comes when it's like 5 or 6 in the morning, right? It's daytime now, right? And we're hungry because we're, still kind of tripping, still kind of, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, folks, we ain't got no snacks up in here. Jason was all stingy, like, these are my snacks. If you want snacks, you're gonna have to go get some. We was like, we don't got no money. We just gave it to you for the acid. He was like, well, tough shit, folks. So then me and my one friend, Jack, the main friend, he was like, bro, let's just go steal, folks. Let's just go steal from Picasso. It was right down the street. And I was like, sure, folks, come on. And then Jason was like, if you guys steal enough, I'll give you some more acid for free. I think that's what he said. He said something, or he said to smoke us up or something. He said something along those lines. We was junkies, so we went and go do it. So this is where the story gets hilarious. So step one, right? We have to go outside. We get our clothes on, get our book bags and stuff to go steal. Literally just to go steal. Boom, right? We're walking up to the front door of his house. We're sitting here. We're so high, we can't even figure out how to open the door. We're laughing. We're giggling. Looking at the doorknob like he did it like this. He did it like this. I mean, he had a lot of locks on it, but like it's still a door. It still worked the same. And he only locked 1 or 2 extra locks than a normal person. So I don't know why we were tripping so much. Probably because we were literally tripping. So anyways, right, we make it out the door. Now we're figuring out how to close it. We sit there for like 2 to 3 more minutes trying to close his door correctly, and we eventually get it right. Now we're faced with the biggest issue of all, finding the pick and save. We made it out the door. We're still laughing at this. Like, this whole door incident took 5 to 10 minutes. I'm not even joking. So we're sitting outside the door looking at our phones, trying to figure out how to get there. And we figure it out, right? So we start walking, and then our phones are about to die, because of course they are. I just remember that part of it, because I remember while we were walking, our phones were dying. So he said, Jack, my friend who's with me, he said, remember the landmarks we walk by so we know where to go when we come back. And I ain't gonna lie, I didn't really need to think that, but we were tripping, so I took note. And the only reason I took note was because we were tripping, but I kind of knew it. Like, I still, like, it wasn't that strong. Like, tripping, you know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. You're just high. So anyways, we take note of 3 landmarks. There's a red building. There was a pole, a like flag pole, and then something else. I forgot what it was nowadays. This was 6 years ago, 6 to 7 years ago. So, right, we end up getting to the pick and save now, right? I forgot. And we only had 1 bag, not 2 bags. We had a tiny little, like a tiny little backpack, almost, tiny one. We were gonna go in, go out, go in, go out, and that's what we were doing for a little bit. I went in 2 times, right? Came out with some Pop-Tarts, came out with some candy, and then I went in another time, came out with stuff just for me, because I was the one who was hungry in the first place. I was the one who wanted food at all. And then, in and out. And then I go out, and I have stuff to put in the bag, and my friend doesn't come out. So I start eating the stuff, because I'm like, I'm gonna go back in anyways. Boom, right? I start getting more stuff, and then I have my stuff. I go back out again, and now I'm gonna wait for like 5 minutes, right? And I don't see him. So I just start walking back, because I'm like, okay, well, he probably went back. He probably got scared and went back and just waiting for me, or he's waiting for me down the road at one of the landmarks. So I walk all the way back. I see all the landmarks. I drink the soda I took, and I just keep I think it was like candy bars that I took just for everyone, so I could get my next tab or whatever he offered. I forgot what he offered. I to this day forgot what he offered. So now I'm almost to the house, right? And I've made it, here. I drank my juice and kept some snacks, right? And I'm starting to walk up to the door. I'm like, where was my friend? Like, where's Jack? So I get in the house. I'm like, okay, the only thing I can do is get to the people with Wi-Fi and phones is to call them, right? So I walk in the house, and to my surprise, everyone is sitting there, and I'm the one who's late to the party. So I walk in, and I give everyone the snacks, and they're like, what took you so long? I was like, I was waiting for you with the bag. He was like, I had to go. And now this was his side of the story. He went in once or twice, got some things, and put them in the bag, right? After I went in and then went back out, he got caught and started running. Someone saw him taking stuff and decided to chase him. So he started running. He told me he had to jump through fences, and he said, we're tripping. So he said he thought there was police dogs chasing him. He thought there was police helicopters after him. He thought a whole bunch of stuff was after him and stuff. And he told me his heart was beating really fast, and it felt like an action movie, the way he was jumping over fences and stuff. And I had to say, I had a way more cooler experience than I did, but I would not have enjoyed it, bro. I was so high that day. I wouldn't have been able to enjoy a scene like that. Maybe if I was sober, but I was so high that day. But yeah, so after that, wrapping it up, we ended up going home. Shortly after that, it was time to go home, man. We got our snacks. It's like, I got food at home. I'm just here just because I was here. I don't really want to be at your crib no more. So we started leaving. I walk bro home because he's closer. I take the bus home, and then boom, that was basically the end of the story. Pretty simple story, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't too crazy, but that's the craziest first time story I think I have, is because we actually did something. Normally, we just kind of take the drugs and chill and just kind of experience them motherfuckers, but that's me right now. So thank you guys for watching.